From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, November the 2nd, 2017. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met today with British Prime Minister Theresa May in London. Netanyahu is in the UK to celebrate 100 years since the signing of the Balfour Declaration, the document that paved the way for the establishment of the State of Israel. He met May at her official residence, where he spoke of the centennial today.
Well, thank you, Prime Minister May, first for this welcome, also for inviting me to mark with pride a great historical event, a great event in Jewish history, British history, world history. 100 years ago, the Balfour Declaration helped pave the way for the reestablishment of an independent state for the Jewish people in our ancestral homeland. And 100 years later, our two countries, our two democracies, Israel and Britain, are strong allies and partners. We cooperate closely on intelligence, we cooperate closely in the battle against terrorism, and we've saved, through this cooperation, countless lives, British lives, Israeli lives. We cooperate in cybersecurity, in technology, in business, in enterprise. We share the values of freedom and democracy and peace. Israel is committed to peace. I'm committed to peace. 100 years after Balfour, the Palestinians should finally accept a Jewish national home and finally accept a Jewish state. And when they do, the road to peace will be infinitely closer. In my opinion, peace would be achievable.
May said Britain views its role in Israel's establishment with respect and pride. She also noted that the anniversary brought up some sensitivities, referring to the Palestinians who today protested the declaration across the West Bank and Gaza. Also in her remarks, May also reaffirmed Britain's support for a two-state solution. Tonight, she and Netanyahu will attend a gala celebration of the Balfour Declaration, and we will have special programming tonight here on JBS to mark the historic event. The IDF's coordinator of government activities in the territories, Major General Yoav Mordechai, told the head of the International Committee of the Red Cross Delegation to Israel that Israel would not allow search efforts in the Gaza Strip security zone without progress on the issue of Israeli POWs and MIAs. This after a plea from the families of IDF soldiers Oron Shaul and Hadar Golden, who were killed during the war with Gaza and whose remains are being held by Hamas in Gaza. The Palestinians had asked the Red Cross to help in the search for 5 terrorists who are believed to be trapped inside the terror tunnel that Israel demolished earlier this week. The families of Shaul and Golden called on Prime Minister Netanyahu to condition any humanitarian help on the return of their boys' bodies. The Golden family said if the Israeli government accedes to Hamas, it would constitute a moral injustice and diplomatic weakness, saying it cannot be that the government continues acceding to Hamas's humanitarian caprices while IDF soldiers are being held by it. The Dutch Red Cross released a statement apologizing for its failure to protect Jews during the Holocaust. Chairwoman Inga Brockman told the Die Telegraaf Daily yesterday that there was a lack of courage on the part of the organization during the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands and offered deep apologies for the inaction. The statement follows the release on Tuesday of a study commissioned by the Dutch Red Cross, which found that there was, quote, a serious shortfall in the help given to persecuted Jews in the Netherlands. Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister Tzipi departed Israel last night for the United States, where she will visit college campuses to help in the battle against the BDS movement, the Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions campaign that seeks to delegitimize the State of Israel. Hatoveli is the first ever senior Israeli politician to visit Ivy League schools with that specific purpose. She is set to visit NYU, Columbia, and Princeton, among others. Well, Israel's Judo delegation is back in the country after winning 5 medals at the Grand Slam event in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, last week. We had reported to you that the UAE had banned Israel's flag being shown and the national anthem from being played at the competition. The Israeli athletes were also refused handshakes from UAE competitors. On the last day of the competition, though, Israel Judo Association Chairman Moshe Panti met with the president of the International Judo Federation, Marius Weiser, and with president of the UAE Federation, Mohammed bin Talib Al-Dari, where Panti thanked Al-Dari for his hospitality, and Al-Dari apologized for the handshake incident and congratulated the Israeli team on their wins. Weiser said of the meeting that sometimes with courage, respect, and politeness, you can solve tensions and conflicts, noting that last year was Israel's first time allowed in the competition and that this year there was some progress made and that he hoped for more down the road. The Israeli team landed on Sunday and were met at Ben Gurion Airport by Israel's Minister of Sport and Culture, Miri Regev, who joined them in proudly singing Israel's national anthem, Hatikva. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, November the 2nd. At 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study with Rabbi Mordechai Becker. At 7:30, Kosher Movies. At 8 tonight, for the 100th anniversary of the Balfour Declaration, President of the Shalom Hartman Institute of North America, Yehuda Kurtzer, discusses the evolution of the idea of a Jewish homeland. At 9:05 tonight, Senior Vice President of Shalem College, Daniel Gordis, talks about American Jewish criticism of Israel, the two-state solution, and his book, Israel, A Concise History. At 10:05 tonight, New York Times columnist Roger Cohen addresses the ominous rise of the extreme right. And coming up tonight at 6:30, more special programming for the Balfour Declaration anniversary. Mark Golub speaks with British historian Jonathan Schneer, who discusses the historic significance of the document which laid the groundwork for international commitment to the Zionist movement. That's on tonight's In the News. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, November the 2nd, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.